35 minutes after 3. Yeah, say the minister in charge of communications and digitalization Abeka Yensa was studio ha. Also a member of parliament ewo Ablekuma West constituency here in the Greater Accra region. Honorable Akwa Banapom to say.
Yeah, I'm a doffo. Yamiadum, eh?
Bibi Ekoye.
Dear Frusani, Muya at the Banchi, the Astania de Bemerad.
Constituency Boko.
Yes, Wadum.
What shall you say?
Oh, Yanyayo. Yanyada. Yogus Unka Cracker. Yes, Mother's Day be Banti.
Yeah, Mother's Day
program.
Oh, okay.
Now, Mother's Day of ye didn't print. Ye di UK, the US, so dear. Medi be back on that. Send you.
Yeah, very important. Very important.
The planning program be constituency.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yavende.
Yeah, quietness where I know I share my Mate.
Me no can kuku mo de da offer. But ye be eradinya yadum.
Mate.
Me country assembly for no so amon capture ya, amon capture program of work.
Mate, very important.
Then so him say assembly problem kakra bi wo so ye be hwe ne aka.
Minim ye be hwe aka ho asem. Mate, communications ministry to saying
busy as always. Na exciting.
Okay.
Say ye above computer and share sia wo ye wiasem heya obia se bibia ko online bibia ye an electronic bibia digital nti yen yama yen adwuma ne se yen hwe na yen tutu ne mayi na ban nwuma o ankrankran nwuma e yusu sa abefu fidie ni ye be hye ekena no Debia na yewo adwuma bi eye. It is an exciting place to work.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it.
And second term no prospects to say because you see no near the Ministry of Communications and the digitalization become. How is that different from communications I named that?
Yeah, tears more streets are. One me and Jetty for cra.
Oh, sir. So we initially
no. Introduction. Yeah, the proper. Mat. I mean, jam with you for Nanko Mona. My famous so.
Yes,
you have been on Fremint, Montemen Cana, on a photo. Digitalization, dear come as a Jumana, ye dano, and I'm penning per se. Ye dip more focus.
Okay.
Ye shemu ekna. If it's all sha, a dear bakwa, sa yare defwe ma ye hu ye se senka ye nya sa digital platforms na inka yinkita hu die bebre hu be din amaye. Time I call lockdown near nekra ye social distancing near adi. Inti ye sha ye digital infrastructure no krapo both in the public service ne private service no krapo no akakakra.
Okay.
Into say yenshemu ekena na yenye adwuma na babia network eni no ye maybe nko training ye here digital skills training so yemhemu kenana amanfo enya eno susu ebi na ne enyumaku ahoro eya ase obia ehu ye na so ehu hia se ye interoperable systems wo de na wo ye no anhwe a ofoforo nso ebehia bibia wo ye wo ho na wo se obi etachire na ohwe nyuma ye digital initiatives ye in the various ministries, departments and agencies no to me advice say yitu sana mo yi a ebeboa ana ye we ebi wo hodeda to say bibi to say Microsoft licenses say National Information Technology Agency NITA through the Ministry of Communications ya top license ama public servants nyina ewo omemu ha enti se wonso so okoye program bi na se vendor no ni oton wa de no de hyemu se unhia license a ye hwe it make a chance de bi we de obi deda enti ko hu NITA obema mo sa software license ni bi enti hu hia se obesa ato eno beti aban ne ka no eso enti adwuma na ye ne nso be boa na reduce duplication any waste any a company no prensa aban able for acquiring the same systems over and over again. Maybe obi nso aba beton bibi ama na wo systems ni bi wo ho a ye miemie mu kakra di oil gu mu kakra betumi aye de kodie na ode foforo ebre wo na no nti yen yetumi yaye be audit IT systems audit wo ministry departments and agencies nsisi enen me sign e ehun krata akran sana me bebe nti e be yes audit near what currently exists any near ya no matena se di nkomo baby on person pempenso on person omudru any akandia kakra ombehia edru sam pempenso no ne aboa won even with tender documents no mu ye ni nyina pempi vendors ni sisi ye de nkrata ne bias yo senya ne tie na won so wonte itinsam enti ne de ensa ahase na ne ne de kwa no no akwakoto pentima minto bi abro edo age waboden wonso wonimu enti wo use afi any infie mienu pa achi no na ne sisi ye ne ya ne tie ne ya ntina wo se osan ka se o hia upgrade odada na de bre o prekompe enti wonso wonimu nti wato ne saa National Information Technology Agency for ebehwem no mo hu se papa ne de bre wa na se ne enye ne de bre wa na so generally to exercise some kind of oversight ewo IT procurement within the public sector na you aboa so na baby omo wo no maybe omo kropo nim se ye de bibi kakra bi ka ho kra betumi adu wanim kese ye ndi aboa won ye tumi ayesa assessment ni na sa ne yatumi adu optimum level bi many head of civil service crash as he didn't come and kebeya. Oma IT personnel in the civil service nina emra under the purview of Ministry of Communication and Digitalization.
All the IT personnel.
Yes, IT class.
Okay.
If it's encrophobe ya found almost the certificates aba ye normal processes now if you say you okay. In so the admane be hye nsa na afia touch makakra. Why na share who say skills no CSE or one ampeniampa or was nimdiano. Nobody oversees that aspect of it. Intinyama bebre ye be ye no na afi sustainability na ye problem. Na e was a cover consultants, atria or abording and san no matumi be managing and systems na my. Going forward, yen to me and yes over the long term.
Yeah.
Intia was say yankasa ye build the capacity within the public service to manage digital infrastructure na yedigu akwemu no in the same nyuma nyina many head of civil service eka erade adom ye institution bi te se Kofi Annan ICT Center of Excellence ewo ho omo ye training deda enti ye betumi ama refresher courses omo ahwe se baabi a skills ne wo no wohia kakra no wa bedu sam pempenso no atumi aye adwuma no yetumi hwe ni nyina ye under the ministry no tis ye Smith supervisors our class na but preliminary stages of discussion na I'm hoping say if a baby be free more so we're going to get even more busy but largely scattered interventions no yet to make any na bomwa ye be hu say ye tum pompa e wo sa computer be funim de nhihye ni mu no nanso we wa ha we nsusu wa ha yen kam mo nti ye nim how we can leverage on existing infrastructure to build upon it and then build our digital economy on it. And we're pulling all of that together now. Early days yet. Afeni ashasi. Into stakeholder consultations beba agency by agency eno ba kwotena se di nkomo ni ahwekwanya ye no won ye beboa na ya ye adwuma no. Ochena se me ne grade kufo ebedi nkomo fa similar grade ko ai. Okay. Omo wo fiber.
Yeah.
Ewo won systems ne so. Yanso ye rural telephony. Inti ya wase ya koboka eko ya de fiber gumu ana yetumi use grade ko fiber no ede ye aban krona ebetumi ate ye nka ne so bi inti ye ne won ne wo minister ne na ba bedi sector ho no wochena ne ahwekwan a almost betumi aboa gifek ne ya use existing infrastructure digital infrastructure within government ne ya de aboa aban ankasa policies ne programs a ye pese ye no ye ne saa e kan so te yetumi develop faster enti encourage to say musiasmo network bibisa asembisa minim
your network pa
jina na so pa mo ye danyame ase enye baabia na omo enya ne saa enti ene lambusie MP eba be hu me say omo problem kakra o ho nti yenhwe na yenka se hwea kontomrafo nso so eba be hu me say omo nso so ya hyase nanso yɛtumi ɛhyɛ mu kena enka ɛbɛyɛ wɔn de nti mia horo te sɛ saa yɛbɔ kuro bi din kora ma mehwɛ sɛ mɛkae din na ama ɔmo ehu sɛ wɔn presiding member nkasa simu pampampa abankan aba bɛka ɔmo asɛm akyerɛ me
about network
connectivity the body ni sisi a ɛwɛn nkwadum fa wo
Ekosiisen asempa
ho bra wo sɛde
nkwadum fa wo ho bra
fa wo emsa nkwadum fa wo ho bra wa akontomra
oh okay
almost say omo network
Western
no
North.
problem kakra wo ho nti yedi nkomo pii we nsusu eba ebebom ti eno sa no ye use gridco NECG fiber no and now one installations kra near the fiber ni gusu area fiber gusu a ye betumi use eno as backhaul na ye bia kanea wo bia no na ye twe kakra akọ baby I was here installations na AC na rural telephone installations ni sie na eka no ebeba form kakra since ye sha see free scratch ana ye kwakọ high capacity our existing network operators no until we are looking at all of that digital infrastructure applications services skills capacity building and skills training within the public sector now if you private sector so kwan ebe fa so a say we adwuma ne de mainly private sector led omo be boa ye ne enso ya boa won no mo de no etumpon and pay me call Peace FM no mo kan say as existing stations ne kra trimuda kakra ya benti omu nyina akasi oketwo omu network na nyina so papa the quality of service problems say COVID-19 NCA and share won kitten to say the enka no ye sha se anaye quality of service monitoring no inti enu on betena se ne yedin komo se yare no wo homo ndie na no nkire se e wo se ye ma ye systems no ekofom na amanfo ehu ekire won kakra bi se no obi ye yusu data ye yusu one kasa and sending messages you can communicate because nobody no betumi etu anamo akọ mfa ye discourage in-person meetings kra nipa ni hiawa one won kasa since obefa ka aba betena wadim ni wadi nkomo no ni nyina beboa ama yare na anante pii nti ye behia se ye digital infrastructure no telecoms infrastructure no so ebedi mu na timpon na amanfo atumi use the more I use no na the more companies ni so nya ho emfaso nti ye wo se omo so ede ehye na ye boa
okay. That's interesting. Me other point, and I'm person if free a ho eba still under you. Something that created quite a debate on social media. Of course, me who the back and forth between who and our colleague member of parliament, Sam Nate George, on.
As MBS, mente.
Oh, only Sam George no.
Me Sam George ni eni nkomo bia bia.
I can't say what they didn't come.
Yes, it is.
So there was this back and forth on social media. Where you post, no, I better react. Any
post, I react.
Yeah, I've seen posts to be to that effect. Now, maybe now yenim say after government going through into some partnership with Vodafone to take over One Touch. So now One Touch, yes, One Touch. Then him say
One Touch na a mobile wing no na Ghana Telecom yes now him say a buying and shada emma into operating a telco bill. Why Airtel Tigo? And this whole controversy about Sikasen are buying editor company no who baby say the one you $1 patron I mean I'm signing contract so why are there was be name chinye men na me ne want transe me ne Ministry of Finance officials just do boy Minister of State designate for finance
yes.
The two of us largely and ye ne won transe ye negotiations no inti say yen yesi ade na shares na ye koto ye no ye to ni senya wo a won kan komodie no ho wonnim kwan ye fa so ye yes our negotiations no won so be kan we chinyeje wo ne there should be no debate about this.
Yeah, but say And also interested the other Kabiano should swallow it hook,
But
line,
I'm
and
telling
sinker.
you, sir, I signed, there's a signed contract. Nyebosrimka. You issue official release, not just in Ghana. Airtel for issue release, Millicom for issue release, globally. Into global telecommunications community no aware of this transaction. Nti nyaye na mnyanam teme down so man. Ena minu no me hu na mesre. It has happened. And there was a negotiation, 100%, 99 point something. Percent.
In terms of the shares.
100% shareholding, ninyina eya bindia. If you said GMPC oka crabby, less than 1%.
And yeah, almost 100% shareholding, no? Yenyano for $1.
Yes.
$1. $1 million and now $1.
$1.
How is that possible?
It is possible.
How?
Say, who are good negotiators, you get a good deal. Now, there's a history to this. Mergers and acquisitions, shareholding, no, will acquire for X amount.
Yes.
In this particular case, $1. Into a bit na onyin near. Don't maybe say, yeah, saying, how did we achieve this feat? On cancer and yanokre. Because the documents are all there. Opa. And yen nipen who been so kekani and any years our negotiations on the Airtel side. Google Sunil Mittal. On one casa a company. Sunil Mittal on a Airtel company. He is the global chairperson of the company. He's the one we had those negotiations with on the Airtel side. Into want to mean tana would am now on cancer near ye cano yeboa. And that's why I'm saying say mini obi near chinye wo we hu. Nipa na omu hurufaso no. Omu na also biza won say na offer auntie adie we ye mudi enkomo no na wo gyina he.
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
Why ana woni no esusu sa asemi ho. Enti figure na wo sie se omoto no unya ne he. Those are the questions you should be asking. Nyese meni obi yiya no. Me amensa shakrata anas no pa metwa. Ehona dia betro. In fact, I can even show you a soft copy this here.
Of the contract document.
Not the signed one, but the final negotiated contract document. No. Page na. Echre say you turn $1 natural. I made them page in your rough.
No, but Honorable Sir, Obi is surprised that it shouldn't come as a shock to you, because imagine, say, opposition, for example, and the government of the day can't wait, where you would have legitimate questions to ask, no? And I believe, sir, in that spirit, now Obi says some George, questions are Obusan.
But has he asked questions or he's making noise outside?
No, for example,
we a member of committee. A supervisory, a war supervisory, whatever.
Over your ministry.
Oversight. My ministry. Me waheya me nko baby. Ye did official press release ne ba na now start say they say.
Asempa.
Ekosiisen
on Asempa FM.
I'm say wafa. Unhia enkyerɛkyerɛ mu bia brane bebisa. Krata ne kra de be kyerɛ se eni. Enti we de enye any long talk asembia. What's a chin yeboa say? Nature say why a wadrin say akokwa sachira kroma enya nefe. Nya yebeka bia why a wadrin say obechi eji.
But is it not because said your work negotiation was between Wo and a minister designate for finance and the people on the other side? Nobody else knows about whatever.
But why should anybody know about it?
Why shouldn't we know?
Because Mr. Wo, at the stage now you want. Peso be bibia ebe create instability ewo industry name.
Yes.
Amanfo adwuma eho asem ene ye ka. Enye omo ye adwuma wo ho ne nkuto. Wo hye ecosystem na omo depend on Airtel Tigo adwuma nankasa na omo ansa akomo ano no. Bebre. Inti nkrofon bebo ya mane se Omwankasa investment decisions inti omu free Ghana. Nyasi ya ye bibi. Ana bibi esi. No mwa na atenase no mwa asisi won wahwe on krata mu ehu se at this particular point in time no
Ekosiisen on
almost
Asempa
FM. Ghana operations no they want to get out of the market. Yes, you mama by munko. Baby, we can't do that. If you say a lot of livelihoods depend on sese edwumai edan ho awo a
Asempa
etu.
FM.
Na mampani say money won konkoka. Ni yenhwe, one, would it be possible for them to delay their departure a bit? Na yenhwe kwa ebetumi aboa won na omo nso nieme ha won na ompese omo kono aye. Ye no onkan omo say yeah, but ultimately it will just be delaying the inevitable nti. Omo de ompese omo kwa yenya won no omo. What are the terms and conditions under which now we about gina simply about who they will. It is never done anywhere. It is never ever done anywhere.
But now you are prepared to...
Because we've concluded the negotiations. There was something to announce to the market, to workers. They say, mama kumentu. Ejuma no ye twaso. Mun koswa anya mo ejuma na mo ye no. Airtel subscribers, mama nka say ejuma na ebegu nti ye ko ba bia. Ejuma no emu ye be hyemu ekena. Aban ankasa ede ne ho agim. Aban so de wode ka eka no emu kwan bia obefa so bi obetwa. Nti ne ye treasury bills are there bia manfoto no because aban na aban krata na woto nti enwuda. Until we can now go out and give that reassurance to the market, say nothing much is going to change. If you say your tour business no as a going concern, nature say ejuma no mo ye no ye toaso no mo aye ne saa ni ahyemu ekena. A few other things are you feel say ebeboa business ne krapo ne say you're cleaning up balance sheet though with some transaction just by buying the shares, the negotiations now Airtel balance sheet no is healthier than it was maybe 6 months ago. One, shareholder loans now won't carry former shareholders no advance to company no. One more de call omwenya yentua ho kabio.
Omo de call meaning say there are no loans currently on the books of Airtel Tigo.
Shareholder loans.
They've taken that cost.
Their cost. One cost now there was one major facility being so na a war books of 100 million, I believe, to Standard Bank. When I met the press the other day, let me say it sounds too good to be true because they've been one combat now wana a canina yadi yan kasi pe company be ato. Mona mosemoko into ya mwadom so these are our conditions. We cannot take the company saddled with these liabilities into XYZ dear monfanko and do something about it. We muchem near Kobaka. That is why the negotiations took so long.
In which liabilities na ye take over? Because at the end of the day, Omobeye Juma Waha, they've made some investment, they've built some assets, and they say Omo this hand your money amount. Through shareholding ayajena, they should also get some benefit. And yes, omodi akankwana eko no. In the ABI ma omusika physical money in return for the shares, but there are some liabilities be ayenso ye far a burden on the state.
Now, say company, we're taking it as a going concern. There's some history to all this. So, madam, if you're saying you're baby, 2005, Western. Ebo government amanie said the wenums bebo ya amanie ya say o ma be yadwuma wa hakakra no mo peso o moko enti wo moton won company no na ban say sa GMPC wo 25% shares ewo company yi mu enti ya nhwe ma obi foforo ma meto aban beto no nyina enti 75% shares in Westel no at the time aban to no $10 million 2005 and yeah, then me call honomo as acting managing director.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, now your CSC company no are resolve one challenges almost no more the aka omni NC and komo and tokwa and semcho. Yet now senior stakeholders ni na ye negotiations at the end of the day, we resolved all these issues. Man 2007, yet sign Tom company, same company.
Asempa
I acquired for 10 million. No, you torn in 2007 for $120 million. Oh my yeah. Similar scenario. Enuachi Enna Celtel Nebeto company rebranded to Zain. Almost rebranded all the African operations to Zain. Enna Zain Airtel Beto Zain. Every cell a one hon. Almost all the African operations. Enna Airtel ever African continent hon. Enti asen semna kwa samba besimena subio. Enna several years on. Airtel yi joined a merger with Tigo, which was the first mobile telephone company in this country. Every year one company.
Yeah.
Growing their asset base and their subscriber base. And from $10 million investment in 2005 no, we can say we have the same company, bigger, better, with more. We had 3,500 subscribers then. At the time. Time now
Yeah.
A number of 5 million subscribers.
Airtel Tigo.
Yes.
5 million.
And still counting.
Okay.
With a larger, more extensive network. Time now our mobile license ne pay. Any universal license now you won at the time. Into or fix the mobile license. Pay any aton. And now almost network and kasa. Enti share assets ni na ebro 1 billion no. And a company for you say, Modi a monfat na monfeso. Ye the mam, if you say a national asset. Yes, so you want to say a national asset. In the end, to me, share men say. And a buying say, Yaje, Yabama $1, Monfa, Monko, Edamasi, Ejuma Babayano. Name on say Japadia Yaji. 1. A cano, ye be a free one so. Into a number to Yakobosia Edia Yomujuma. It's a going concern. One would den Crawford ka manfo so de wonka. Inti ebi triano na almost so triabi. Inti na yansoso ye shemu ekena. New board beba almost so behwe na adwuma no etumpon. So as at now, instead sa manfo eye dede ebo ye chi no. Also mboy abaso. Say from $1 billion company ye tumi anya no $1. Yes, it has assets. But it also has some liabilities. No doubt about that. But a separate conversation.
But those liabilities will be a cost on the national pairs.
It's
It is a
cost
focusing on $1 no, the company whose shares majority owned by the state. By extension, no.
Company no enguye.
Yes.
They are still trading.
Yes.
They are still working. They are still generating
Asempa
revenue
FM.
and income from their operations. Yes, they need to invest to get more out, which they will do. And out of that investment, some of it maybe they'll call on their shareholder. Yenye nu honomokra ni ehwe kadudua abaye ni bebo to keep the company going. That's one. Tinyamu yene nyina ye premature something.
Now, say was say you
Which I
through the
shall not
negotiation, we should know all of that. A car you able to keep the company going should be something we are aware of even before entering the negotiations.
Yeah, due
no?
diligence.
Into
on
we
company,
know.
no. We have a fair idea. Now, so as a similar situation, I made be emphatic. Who opposition? Because also feel say omo motehono, omo monoma. And yes, oba nyanyama okan ni nyina na abetumi aye. Because oba na be hu enkrata animu ne nyama ni nyina na be hu say okay. Ade betumi aye ne ntumi nya immediately.
Yes.
It maybe in 2-3 years betumi edu sampempen so enti mo de momi anto yambo ansa. Yaye due diligence, preliminary due diligence.
Okay.
Ye hu a car about a company no war a Japadia company no a war omo do one car omo so do one car ni na yini. As to the ultimate health or weakness of the company media. O starting na wan kasa tia kunya na wo de ye adwuma na obi.
And sanyo many never
Exactly. Enti sisi a obi bisa se company ye de ye den a tobo ye bedru ho ye nya nu ho.
Now we should have a plan for the company, what we want to do with
course.
the company.
Ye nya asset no. The options are many. As to what you will ultimately decide to do nidie, edru wa ye de beto amanfo animnie ho. Sesi ade ya sedi si ma company no etumpon na ekoswa ye adwuma na oye no na e provide sa vibrant telecoms competition na ye hia ewo memu ha no. So that is what we are going to do now.
But as Minister of Communications, a president episode give advice on how to proceed. What management model you also put in place to manage this? And then I'll be catching
management. They say no, and what you do with the company no. I've many staff next year. Expatriate employees no ombeko.
Omunyina beko. And some of them will remain. Okay.
Omwa ewaha as Airtel employees, Airtel Tigo employees no ombeko. Nanso many management ni top management don't wanna ya Ghana for. Vast majority, you find say 80-90%.
Okay.
Ya Ghana for. Enti access our transition has already been made. Enti yane we siga for bebem. State Interest and Governance Authority for bebem, Ministry of Finance for bebem, Communications yane on betena seniai. Enti ni nyina akra no. We want them to, and as many won't share, and me catch that one say, a Jumana more down one air, and Munkos one, more plans. Dida, Yanni want to say, and share plans now, more for sustaining their operations, no, which we will do within the next few days. And all of that, they it's a bit premature. My main come,
And now, why in a year like the go-to, who is managing the company
There's
now?
a management of the company.
No, some management team, or there should be a CEO and as an MD. Why now?
Who CEO, more MD? Yes, Sashi.
Who the government approves say on what horses here?
For now, now make us say early days yet. When him saw sign a contract, we are saying crapwa. There were closing obligations.
Yeah.
After the contract is signed, no. It was there X year BB, Y year BB, seller year BB, buy and so year BB within a period and sana. Ansana, all the shares are finally transferred. Is our process.
Our process.
And to Casa ya Casena group, and I'm saying premature. Montomo
question I'm person me busan maybe not the management model. International say going forward, no. If your advice is sought, what would be that advice? Say, okay, yem privatize it wholly. A buying so infloti shares, no. What would be your idea of how it should be run going forward? But also when your idea.
I have an idea.
What is that idea?
I'm not sharing it now. You know ho. You free warrior. In fact, what's nasi? Ansana warrior. Ansana was sorry ho. Ansana went to America. One went to Tutata. One auntie Ansana went to America. There are stages to all these things. Right now, stage are you woman. Yenyenru taking a decision about what to do with this company ultimately. We're not there yet. After ye closing obligations, no. The shares transfer is actually done. We haven't even done that. Into all this conversation is very premature. And that is what we said at the time. Then they say, you sign a contract, no. How
many staff near saying?
There are about 300 currently, if I'm
300,
not mistaken.
okay.
Yes. I'm can't tell me, but
okay.
It slipped my mind. And no income,
yeah.
I can always find that and revert. Staff no koswa enye subscribers don't jump ship saying that company ni begu. One more. Or creditors ni idea, suppliers ni idea, agents ni network of ecosystem ni na omoni omuye adwuma. We're retaining it as a going concern. It will be business as usual for now. All other conversations will be had subsequently. What I want to do, if possible, is what we did with Western. Grow the value for the shareholder.
In this case, the government of Ghana.
Absolutely. Kra and Sana were decided, say, afedie, adiewe, mwaye jumanama, imwaede, enti yakoto nanka medwen hu se nka meton na sisi ade miankasa monkoso ana munye adwuma na mse mfa so efiri mu ba dividends efiri so eba mem shareholder mani so enti let's keep it going. Or yen go into partnership ana yen transforming into another kind of infrastructure company, wholesale company. I don't know.
But if it was
Ana,
easy
yɛntɔn.
for us to grow value now, Uvisanka owners no would give it out for such a pittance, said the okay.
As no yo kra and as no double kra.
Our record as a state of managing such companies,
The state has no intention of managing this company.
You think so?
I'm not going to do it. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. I manage telecoms company. No.
No, but we can make it a parastatal
We
to say.
own. Why should we?
Why shouldn't we?
Well, we'll take that decision when we get there.
Okay.
As at now, dear, let the people who are working their work, knowing said their livelihoods depend on a vibrant, thriving industry. Into omunye adwuma no se ho na omudidi nti wo so omuyire wo ho no omuye adwuma no aban yankɔnkɔtena ho manage company no said yanka no Ghana Telecom na aban na appoint we adi ne fa Ekosiisen he no. That's not our business. We've gotten out of it.
Ekosiisen
If it means engaging
Asempa
people
FM.
to come and manage it on our behalf, yes, we'll consider that. But right now, your staff so far, apart from top senior management, when I went there, MD said either chief information officer or
Yes.
chief finance, one or two others, India for 90-something% Ghana for. Monkoswa nye adwuma no. Mo so enye won se aban adwuma nti ye betwe ase. There be me, I don't countenance things like that. And I'll be breathing down their necks. Na ye ni on share no mo mayen awrehemu se sia na ye negotiations no NC ye ninti no. There was a lot of uncertainty. No mo nye sure ye kwa na ye ba aban a company ye go ana say now there was a lot of uncertainty. Na announcement no aba say aban akwa shares no as a going concern into omo nkoso anyo omo adwuma no omo akoma to omo yem na omo hye yem bo nso say ombe ye adwuma na ma so ani na me say I'll hold them to that pledge. Now whatever they need and require to also enhance their productivity and so no many Charles Edwin and I were on anyone didn't come any officials from finance and communication and I say we will have more interactions with them near exactly what they require, and then we pledge say if they need an immediate injection of cash, we will find it for them either from government's own resources or by leveraging some facility for them to work.
Yenya Attorney General opinion on this transaction.
Absolutely.
Which of the Attorney Generals? Gloria Ekuful
Bacho,
or the new one?
Godfred
Dame.
Bacho.
Then as Deputy Attorney General?
There be as Attorney General.
That's a Nansaya.
Bacho why? Some say as in common ye started the yache. It na akoda won ho fi November last year. The drafts contract was there.
Yes.
Into the officials were reviewing it. And the timer ye wie omo wie ya omo de breye no no na na nsa e sha ase. It is possible say sha ase Gloria Ekuful time. E no no e ne be wie.
Ono never be wie. But on any day you'd defend government's decision to take over this company.
What choice
and the shares
do we have? You tell me. Aban den choice pa na na yewo. Hwe company ya nipan pimpim a livelihoods depend on it. Not just that. Ecosystem nankasa other suppliers within the telecom sector so are advancing are providing one with services. If they were allowed to just up and leave, I'm saying Nigeria company be pakiko prekopesa. At the end of the day, the government was left holding the bag. Why never be to Anchorfoka? Why never be Juma? Subscribers, your moncoin, or mom did your macano. What are they going to do? We really didn't have any choice in this matter. And I think at the end of the day, instead some man for action no tintin sebi edi super so we stepped into the gap to prevent this company from going under, and we will do whatever it takes to keep it afloat and to thrive. Yes.
Your colleague MP, who is deputy ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Communications, issue statement after Moye official announcement. No? And I think the fourth paragraph, he makes the point, as Deputy Ranking Member for the Parliamentary Select Committee on Communications, I have indicated to leadership my intention to, as a matter of urgency, call for an emergency meeting between the committee and the ministry to get a thorough and detailed briefing on the modalities of the alleged purchase, the economic state of Airtel Tigo, issues regarding the status and welfare of Ghanaian workers of Airtel Tigo, and to understand the intention of the ministry with regards to the long-term plans for the company. These calls are born out of a need for Ghanaians to get an understanding of the transaction and for Parliament to exercise its oversight responsibility. My position is fortified by provisions of Article 1033 of the 1992 Constitution. We are prepared to face the committee.
Ari, Sahindriana, cross-examination.
I want to know, man, all kinds of mobile required from you.
It doesn't mean anything. As I have indicated, Mami sensi mutusi suduebio. Sesia yetiwe. Transaction ne krapono. Ya sign a contract, closing obligations yenwe. Talking about long-term plans of the party. Premature. To frame is here, I can't say you knew ho. When government takes any such decision, I will inform you. As at now, we're nowhere near having those conversations, Krapo. Our ultimate aim, objective, right now, is to stabilize the company. If we don't do that, all you do is to spook the industry, subscribers. Now, if you don't have subscribers, you don't have a company.
You don't have a company.
Exactly. Who hear information be saying ya frame na miaka who issue directives threats me
up at the modalities of the purchase.
Which are the modalities? We bought it for $1. I didn't think you turn $1 and turn $25 million.
Yeah, because he makes the point subsequently, say someone tell our Minister for Communications that grand posturing and arrogant clapbacks would not stop us on the Parliamentary Committee of Communications and the good people of Ghana from demanding accountability from her. What does she take us for? That she bought Airtel Tigo for $1? How much is, and we'll not say how much is the eyebrow pencil she uses to draw her eyebrows and she thinks she can insult our intelligence? Madam, after basking in the fake fans of your social media followers, prepare to appear before the committee and give us details of the transactions. We will not allow the already burdened taxpayers of our country to be saddled with poorly thought out decisions that impose more debt or hardship on us.
Decisions.
Our eyes are fixed on the ball, and I urge you to do same. No long talk. Where's some job?
Arrogant one.
Or say clap back. Sir,
and was anything clap back. Maybe baby.
Sir, I think we're not reacted to a post you made, and your post was some people find it very difficult to believe we can negotiate good deals for government. I signed the Airtel Tigo contract. We acquired it for just $1. Someone, an MP, says he heard me say we pay $25 million. A barefaced lie, blatant untruth. Please ask Sam George where he heard that. Then sit back and listen to long English grammar and drama. Just keep your eyes on the ball. How much did we pay to acquire the company? $1. Simple.
Simple question. Arrogant clapback ne proposed to question ya me bisa arrogant ne and yamon woman ne me am sign a contract negotiations no say them say as ye kan no me am any one thing say di sa enkomo ye wie kire ye nyina ye agree say ade no ye ton no $1 and ya sensan ehun krata e de ato wo a wuti baabi say ya sign $1 no mo obi ya misa was ye bisa was no mo na eni amon hu no enti brofo tenten atendidie yi a wasane agu mitri so question bisa ane say wafa wo say what is say man ton $1 me ton $25 million wonya saa figure no wo he no yemisa eno ni atenidie ni brofo tententi asam kan mesi yakwa bi sei afi ni abe my long English grammar drama ebi no ni watro tententi nyina yi na committee na fa he kosi he apia bi na committee na dance misro nya ni ba lego wodi ko churechiro mu se nkomo na enie na ede na asie enti mesra no a ade no wonte ase a me abra pencil mento me nyan free je obisa ne boa me de na ye free na mum ono no nte mergers and acquisitions ase if you say shares can be acquired for $1 in this country ebiesida AGC Ashanti Goldfields Company Limited.
Yes.
2018 or say 2019. Almost Sandiama aban bio no mo de ma ya he yeto ne sen. Gold mine AGC. Egu ye a omo san share edema aban san ehye mu kena omo san share ase ye adwuma bio. Ahe ne edema aban $1. O feel say enye possible. Enti me ameka ase ye ton $1 ne mi diga na fo atem. Wonu mum na adwuma no wonte ase yi. To wonto ne bo. Kura ansa na abebie wanu mu bi se bisansansa mu akese na keka brofo akese no. Tobo na tin komo na ye die na se. Ansa na webie wanu. Meka sa kire ne dem wante ase. Eno no ankasa ba be exposing ignorance for the whole world to see. I sign me sense sudua bio. Me na mensa hye krata na se magana ban. Ewo sa Airtel Tigo sale and purchase agreement no. Eso. Purchase price $1. Wunyi nia tough.
Ekosiisen so high asempa 94.7 FM. Mene the minister in charge of communications and digitalization and aiding commodity the Ursula Owusu Ekuful MP for Ablekuma West constituency here in the greater Accra region. Oadwentra Ubetmedi Aba would gladly ask your questions for you, share your opinions with the rest of the world, and then we make progress. There is a lot we have to talk about in the area. Ekosiisen. So 0548955947. That's our WhatsApp line. Auto messages neba. I'll deal with some few messages and then we'll come back to the other issues ewo yapono so they are share etumi edi ho enkomo. This one says oh, Honorable Sam George. I say I'm disappointed. Where
3-1.
Okay, clause 3-1.
Maybe I'm a
3-1 amount. Any amount. Into consideration. Say under contract there was all consideration. In the consideration 3.1 amount or say the purchase consideration for the purchase of the relevant sale shares under this agreement shall be $1 as a $1 United States dollar only into bracket purchase consideration. The purchaser shall pay the purchase consideration in full and free and clear off and without deduction or withholding for or on account of any tax or other deductions of any nature. The relevant sellers hereby agree and acknowledge that seller 1 shall receive the purchase consideration for and on behalf of the relevant sellers. Any tax or stamp duties payable on the purchase consideration shall not be the responsibility of the relevant seller and shall be either waived or be borne by the purchaser. And yes, amount neka $1.
Book.
And no, I mean, can be be
Okay.
Ekosiisen so high asempa 94.7 FM. Okay. Nana Kofi Apia Asante. I've gotten your message directed to the Honorable Sam George. We say,
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Obi, please, didn't you hear Otumfuo or say to telling the president that they wanted to sell the Anglo Gold mine for $1? Dennis Amoakon Ewo Ghana Communications Technology University Campus Ewo Tesano and Obusasa question. This one says, Obi, excellent delivery from Honorable Ursula. We are proud of her as our comms minister. She has been phenomenal, but please tell her for us that data prices are killing business. It's very expensive. Don Pino in Malam. Don Pino, one of the areas and Komo before the Honorable leaves our studio. Very, very important question. Thank you. Obi, does it make sense what you are hearing in your studio? Ghanaians, if she says she bought it for $1, let's just say we hear her and thank her for such a sterling negotiation. Lucas is in Koforidia and on the way up. But Lucas, thank you. This one says, Obi, I'm really proud of our communications minister for a tremendous job at the ministry. Honorable Sky will be your limit. Greetings to Chairman Kisi Wachim Wenchi. Walanyo is in Akwetia. He has come through with this one. Musa Abatwa, all the way from Kumasi. And he has one on the special prosecutor. Musa, we'll come back to the special prosecutor issues, but let's deal with what we have on our hands at the moment. Now, for Yintimin Twaso, we say, Obi, I suggest that finally, let's make the company totally Ghanaian-owned company with individual Ghanaians as shareholders, so that in the long run, politics will not run it where there is a change of government. Edwin in Takrade and on the way up. This one says, the rate at which the market leader MTN invests yearly, getting Airtel Tigo to compete will require hundreds of millions of dollars of investment. If profit-seeking private investors could not match the market leader in terms of investment, how sure are we that a government which is under financial stress as citizens demand all kinds of development projects can invest adequately to make the company profitable? And Honorable Beso, note question. Wait, a question I would come back to you for, your reaction to. Very, very important question. And that's from my very good friend, Elvis Darkon of the Finder newspaper. Elvis, thank you. We say, Obi, good afternoon to you and your guest, the Honorable Minister. I would like to know what were the factors the government considered by giving some shares to GNPC, because I'm sure that is not their core mandate. 2, why did government use the taxpayers' money to purchase without giving opportunity to Ghanaians to buy the shares? And what is the assurance that government will be able to handle this prudently without coming back to say government can no longer run it because government is not raking the needed profit and would want to sell it out again? Asaki, a wing gobet, and Ode Nedie Abbey. Obi, I wonder why the Honorable Sam George doesn't understand why a company could be sold for $1. It has happened in Australia and Asia before. For instance, Australian media giant Nine Entertainment sold its New Zealand company, Stuff, for just $1 in 2015. UAE-based Indian billionaire B.R. Shetty's company, is it Fina BLR-RPLC? I hope I got it right. And I said, I don't know, but was sold to an Israeli UAE consortium for $1. So it's not strange. It depends on the cash flow. Gastiman is in Brekum and on the way up. Gastiman, thank you. Obi, I met Honorable Ursula Owusu Ekuful in October last year when she visited and campaigned for a colleague MPs in Bono region after campaigning in other regions of the country. Fantastic and extremely hardworking woman I've met in the Fourth Republic. Obi, I know and trust she will deliver in her second term as Minister for Communications. Indeed, hard work pays. And please tell Honorable Minister that my boss, Bono Regional Youth Organizer Abdul Razak Opon, sends his greetings. Randy Ashraf, Bono Regional TESCON Coordinator, and on the way up praying. Let me come back and pick the thought of Honorable on the two very important questions. Good afternoon, Obi. We the good people of Ghana can only hope that this purchase of Airtel Tigo will give us value for money. Hashtag Ekosiisen. Alex Martinson is in Koforidia and or the way up. We say, Obi, I'm a fan of no one, but I love objectivity. You have to explain how businesses are bought for $1 or for a song because it's not making sense to many. As a former investment originator with Goldman Sachs, I totally understand how billion-dollar companies are sold for $1 or for the price of a song. Or say, Ursula, take heart and teach some of us why. Nana Kofi appear Asante and on the way Abba. But Honorable, I'll come back to you on 2 questions. Baku free Elvis Darkon. Elvis here, editor of the Finder newspaper, and he is making the point, say, even when there were private hands, totally, no, Omoanya the needed investment to compete with the market leaders. And you imagine say they would want to move out of the country. How much more government or what other responsibilities? Mobenya sa level of investment nefre.
A very valid point. Now, telecoms are capital intensive. Who invest at the right time in the right places? Unya home emphasis. One takes decisions. It comes back to haunt you. Now, where me say I mind the other in the car, when him say way be ubetria. There are many ways of recapitalizing the company. Either say I buying ankasa ediskabishim as shareholder. Tina we no ma on shareholder loans no. Vendor financing. Yabekwa akoto equipment na vendors na financing ye tria and kakrakra. Yabepe partners and so on be investing in it. There's so many ways in which you been here. Financing.
Yes.
Like I keep saying, it's early days yet. Enti, when the amount to move kakra, you beba back near no more ebedisa and communion when the decision is taken.
Yes,
what I can say, and it said, near many beer, Yadiago Aquamu Siciano, a bebwa company bit to say Airtel Tigo. And in Comobia, ye ne existing companies no enyan. Ebebwa companies to say Airtel Tigo, any smaller Ghanaian broadband wireless access companies.
Yes.
Ebine technology neutrality. Enkano, and son I am mandated technology neutrality. No, so we need 3G licenser, want me provided 3G services. We need 4G licenser, want me provided 4G services. Ya can't regulator and say as a policy decision. On na spectrum na uwono. Enya technology neutral. Enti technology bi a pese u use bia no. Wo hwe spectrum na ebetumi amoaye sa adwuma na faye. And so our license no, we need license no. Near restricted so far any 5G because you no honomo to know whether we're even going down that route or not. But from 2G to 4G dear. Sisi akra ye ka say 2G networks e won krase no yama won kwan ma omo de ye data time at 2G ba and na data ni onomo into on that same spectrum no they are layering data services into betumi aye data even where there are only 2G networks and no krapo ya trim so betumi aye wo enkro akese mu so first no ye kan so munye wo enkrase and enkro nketo mu kra but now we've made it possible for them to do it everywhere. And with that policy change, even now, Airtel to go to me, I provided 4G services. Wamra omuni 4G license, which will enable them to also compete in the data space, which is where the industry is moving towards. And your pure voice, data now, inti no money hono na ehawon kakra. Official voice crapo di anka, they are competing very favorably in that space. Na ka data ne kakra omo de ka ho a ebe boa ono mo so etumpon. Indeed, that decision alone would help them to also leapfrog more or less. Secondly, you catch companies ni na so say omunye active and passive infrastructure sharing. First, no mo share one towers no epe. Towers na omutuna eco-locate on and free na even when I was in the industry na ye. Sisi I say omun share crap one fiber network, one agents network and other services. Uwo excess fiber capacity wo area bia na wo counterparts any bia. Obetumi abe lease sa capacity no so am provided saa services ni bi ewo saa area hono nti eno nso so beboa ama smaller companies no instead some a ewo so mkoboka e de saa capital investment no eba eye saa necessary expansion no with a little money ubetumi elisi capacity now we provide saa services no on your competitors network and we've mandated that it should happen because it is not about ankrankre ana obintin asimesi ana obintin profit obenya. It is about building the digital infrastructure wo memu ha ama more subscribers no they say data cost was so do no. If there are more players in the data space now and no na say way ebo osro do a me media no so kakra na amanfo atumi a be use media and it will drive the price down. Not only that, ye national roaming so ye ne omu di ho enkomo se ye national roaming wa ha. Enti men porti aname nyai wo network ni yusu. If you say baby awota ikono e woni network wo hono mo. Se wo ko hono mo na you are on your Airtel Tigo line na se Airtel Tigo enru hono mo kra po a it will roam on MTN or Vodafone's network as your Airtel Tigo number. Said the okwa abrochire a unto one SIM card so to me kasa e wo wan kasa wo phone so because your phone picks up the strongest signal only one sign roaming agreements wo company ni one sign roaming agreement sa na be ye bi e wa ha nti mfa ho ba bia wo Ghana network ba ko pe wo hokra po a na se wo ni sa network ni so a one kasa wo network operator anyone sign contract say omudru ho a omu use wo infrastructure and deliver services no na reconciliation watria wo bibi kakra aka ho ti ye san hihye ni nyina ebeboa ama smaller companies no crap will ride on the networks of the bigger companies no to also grow. Now the more enkrofo use services no the more all of them ebe benefit. Tinye ankran nye company ba ko pe ene ebenya ho emfaso nti se oromi wo network ne so a enya wo subscriber die na so benya bi kakra from sa roaming agreement na wo ne sa company ne wo no wo mra onu obenya the bulk of the money no wo so benya revenue ni bi kakra every sa service ne nti all these initiatives here ye ebeboa industry no ama bebia yetumi anya connectivity na in a few short years so no yet to me I grow all of these companies to an appreciable level no munyina to me as survival in the industry. So when your returns on your investment adwuma ne ye no edin edru baby company Airtel in fact Tigo na decided say omu free Africa enti no na akoka Airtel a one no ye in partnership wa ha other countries are no mo no matonton operations no echo. So I'm ton in Yamfas was on when Yamfas so home decided said they're leaving the African continent. Yes. And now Airtel Tigo abe Ghana di o free ha ko hin. Onko baby. Inti aye dwapadia abeka omaimu eha. Eto ne edin a we can always fall back on it. So it's a good thing.
Me das inti Communications Minister Namote, but there's one message here. And Nipano SME Musa said, in terms of the liabilities and our shareholder loans, as part of the negotiations, no, omono afa oma de as omoka oma de echo. But in him say they are omon 100%. Yensono would have to take part. In percentage terms, no, sign omo fine as sign AFA.
Shareholder loans, no.
And no aside general liabilities.
Oh, in the normal course of business, and now they are incurring liabilities and creating revenue. And as a going concern, you will at any stage in time have liabilities and have assets.
Okay.
That's part of the normal course of doing business. Now large blocks of liabilities, debts na won't book nisuna na away one balance sheet down. And no na here Sam said we will deal with it at that stage because that was the best chance for us to tell them say offer telecom company these are our terms.
In the terms when you 80-20
100%.
In terms of the large blocks of debt
100% of shareholder loans no
they picked it. 100%.
Yes.
And that is in the contract.
It is in the contract.
Ekosiisen on
You want me to show you?
Asempa FM.
Yeah, that would be okay. So at least eba consideration amount the our mama kind. Indian also a very important part as all my
And
kind
then
to clear all
secondly,
doubt.
another large loaner, which was also weighing on the books, a facility BMJ was Standard Bank.
Standard Bank, yes.
For I think 100 million. And no, first in year can someone fending now, and you're quite by an say be and the mood into umbefa 50%. Now yanso ya for 50%. But no crap on a company no. It is a liability on the company.
On the
so
company.
we are guaranteeing say company ni betua.
Yeah.
Enti nyese abaina e was a kopesika etua sa ekano ema won. Out of the 50% nenso so no. Yene one negotiate say to give the bank more comfort and other creditors more comfort no. Omo fe bi kan ho a enkeye. Na omo se omuntumi emfa. Ene yesi okay. Ene omo mo company ne bosia. Enti out of the 50% ne crap no. They are committed to paying Standard Bank 25 million of that.
Apart from in the emphasis say 100 million USD. Or money famu 50 million as part of our shareholder loans. Na 50 million na akanen so no omu tuemu 25 million.
Yes.
To the
But
to the bank.
No, company no betua one back
Okay.
in 5 years.
In 5 years.
Inti asomo abo won bosia 25 million upfront to give to Standard Bank. Na omama on 5 years
To pay
na
back.
omotua back, which also ema on ho hare won kakra. So right now the only thing they need to deal with is on their books no 25 million as liability to Standard Bank, because what is due to Standard Bank ne the eto for no ebetua 75 am a Standard Bank, but out of the 75 no company no be sign etua in 5 years 25
million to
ama Airtel
to Airtel.
now make
With interest. No.
interest free.
Almost 25 million advance na interest free.
And if you have good negotiators, you get good deals. That's the moral of the story.
Ma menkai way tell all those doubtful about Airtel Tigo's deal to consider a major factor. It's not necessarily for profit. It is probably a strategic asset bought for cheap because the company was pulling out anyway. Possible reason?
Ekosiisen
Government
on
backbone,
Asempa FM.
backhaul, free online education, among others. Infrastructure is available, and all government needs to do is pay for electricity, fuel generators, and voila, virtually free data comes. Esla will probably refuse to comment. Jimmy Alote and
No
on the way
comment.
about. Good show, fantastic answers from the minister. Lived in the US for some time and have witnessed distressed companies and other properties being sold for $1. People should ask in humble ways if they do not know of some of these transactions. Eugene, Ejay, Ansa, and on the way about. But there is this thing I would want to read out for you, with your permission. Ekase Antienio. It comes under a subheading irregular procurement. A $1 million contract, $1 million contract awarded to develop the COVID-19 tracker app to two foreign companies, namely iQuint Technologies and Ascend Digital Solutions, into bracket registered in Jersey, a tax haven,
Ekosiisen on
was
Asempa
irregular.
FM.
The two companies were not legal persons in Ghana at the time of contract award. They were not registered with the PPA and did not go through tender. And we are number one under irregular procurement. You come to corruption risk. Under corruption risk, almost a $1 million contract awarded to develop the COVID-19 tracker app to two foreign companies, namely iQuint Technologies and Ascend Digital Solutions, raises substantial corruption issues. Ascend Digital Solutions was registered just a month before contract award in Jersey, a tax haven, and the contract sum appear bloated. Same applies to the 1.4 million Ghana cedi into bracket $240,000 spent on the launch of the tracker. And these are all contained in Corruption Risk Assessment, Community Development Alliance, and is it Commonwealth Foundation? That's strengthening COVID-19 accountability mechanisms. Scam. And away a womb. What report will be?
Ekosiisen
What's about this report?
He's talking about a $1 million contract.
Yes.
Why not sign a contract?
Now COVID-19 tracker app no ministry be na in charge.
Pacho, Ministry of Communications.
And you should be providing us the answers.
I haven't seen any such contract. OCS anchor through procure PP.
Anchor through tender.
Almost kind of categorically so a $1 million contract awarded.
Yes.
By whom? To whom?
To iQuint Technologies and Ascend
I don't
Digital
know
Solutions.
iQuint Technologies.
But you know Ascend Digital Solutions.
I know Ascend Digital Solutions, which is a company registered in Ghana. Into your say Ascend Digital Solutions be a no can one same a company registered in Jersey.
Yes.
Then it's not the same company. Timisra wa mon konko bisa. Say, are we talking about the same thing? If it's a GH COVID-19 tracker app, me sign a contract BR for it.
Asempa FM.
Nobody in the Ministry of Communications then assigning any contract to anybody for COVID-19 tracker app. So I have no idea what they are talking about. It's a Commonwealth Association and Kasapa and ma sa wana sa contract here. And yet, now I'm to a and I am challenging them. And I'm urging you to follow up on it. Say they should produce the contract.
But if you know Ascend Digital, you know them as what?
One of the companies working in Ghana.
For the Ministry of Communications.
I think they're doing some work for, I believe, NITA na I can't example, GIFEC.
For either NITA or GIFEC. Now, a more role be to play in the COVID-19 tracker app.
I've said this over.
Yeah, you've said it here, yes.
COVID yibai. Ankran kre bebre, any companies bebre. Etu wonhu, eche, Emma, ebe boa, abain. Ebi di skaba ebi di PPEs ebaye. Ebi di nuane ebaye. Niyama ahurwo, edi boa, abain. Effort in fighting the pandemic at the height of it. Ascend Digital Solutions. And so say, kakrom betumi ayedi abua abaino. And they say, omo be develop a tracker app. Na yed use technology because omo they work in the technology space. Until they can only donate their expertise and the expertise of their service providers to help us in using technology to fight the pandemic. And I'm see you. If that is your offer, any other must MTN for ebema PPEs near the idea several millions. Vodafone phones so you do to me. They went and developed the app. Took on themselves the cost of launching the app. The first ever virtual concert in the world. Hello. Innovations be brave free mobile energy. The first ever virtual concert in the world. Ghana ha and ma entertainment industry so who say COVID about COVID mayo still you bet to me afa through technology na crap no near yen still yen so ya juma no ebi ni nara me sisu dua Beyonce aban entria kapre bampo
from the development of the app
for either the development
to the
of the
launch
app,
of the
to
app,
the launch of the app.
The $240,000 for the launch.
Pacho mu misa won se sa sika no a omo bobodin no. Wo mu nya ne he. Omo ahu invoice bi a me ma approve say entry ana. Omo ama obi abre me bill bi se me entry ana. Mi hu.
Ascend catch we car omo boy on the app.
Pacho debi. Ti 1 million imi ni baby free. contract krono so mo kan ho asem no eye bosirem ka enti te say the obi nso kan 25 million ne akotena se na ya so daye they pluck some figure from the air ya chichi ho abo aka to nkrofo asum ase no kre eye ntrofita na san nkrofo yi edi was our report nim inti so omo se omo ye any serious researcher who in the ministry did they consult? Where did they find the contract? Where did they get these figures from? I'm challenging them, putting them to strict proof. Please, unimwa, freone bisawo. Sa figures yobunyane. Na se COVID-19 tracker app omutumi disantroi eya monumental mistake here. It dents the credibility of the entire report now on my producer. No. It's not what the paper is written on. Me, I'm sitting here in your studios and I spoke to my sister station when I saw it on their website. Say, this is a pack of lies packaged as fact. I'm challenging them on your station again. Say they should produce the contract now if they have it. Almost send the contract number electronically. Only pack one in such as our contract nasi.
If they refuse to do that, what would
there
do?
Is no such contract. No such contract exists. Fact.
Are you ready to sue?
Asam krawa.
You've initiated the process.
Me, I'm fine. I'm looking for them. I can't find them. Who are they? One more address. No one report you are
address or report. The address or report.
A PO box. We want digital address.
Let me see address.
Nameless, faceless individuals.
Post office box 490.
Wa.
Yes, wa. Community Development Alliance, CDA Ghana.
Have you ever heard of any such organization doing any serious research in this country? So somebody has sat in a room, cobbled together lies, speculations, innuendos, packaged it as fact, published and bound it, circulated it. Please, you are giving it a semblance of credibility. It's a worthless exercise they indulged in. Completely worthless exercise. And I'm challenging them. If they are researchers worth their salt, they should be able to show the sources from which they derive that information.
But they never wrote to the ministry.
Never.
With any queries?
Never. Tiwamo them. And I said, amount for 25 billion, they cost sign contract. From social media research. Lies, figments of people's imagination, speculation, rumor, innuendo, packaged in a seemingly official sounding report. Ubekwa Commonwealth Association.
Commonwealth Foundation.
Have you checked the bona fides of this so-called association?
You are the right person to respond to this. Who should I ask?
You are the person asking me this question.
Absolutely.
You are the journalist who thinks that this is a credible piece of...
Place value judgment be on it. I'm only asking you.
Why are you wasting my time with it? Because that's what you are doing.
Yeah, but when
asking me to respond.
When I ask questions, you're at liberty not to respond.
No, but I'm telling you, sir, you are devaluing your platform.
I don't think so.
Asempa.
I don't think so.
The whole world is listening to you at this point in time.
Yes.
Now, one anyone interview. Have you? Do you know that?
But we decided to obey you. No, have you also called them? One tries to obey from.
I don't have to. I don't have to.
Ekosiisen
is a worthless piece of exercise. They've indulged. Now, I am say so. One more say not your mouth some semblance of credibility. We are discussing this thing on Asempa, a whole Asempa. How? Wafa, me anka digitalization once
in some baby now. Let me read some few messages out. Come back. The closure of 49 TV stations. Is it closure and answer withdrawal of license, which is which yababa na yabedi anonso and komo. We say, have you authenticated the credibility of that report? Have you double checked if indeed the Commonwealth Foundation has or had anything to do with the research project,
Ekosiisen
please
on Asempa FM.
do some double checking. Abdul Malik Kwekubako. Shalom Obi. The acquisition of Airtel Tigo is a masterstroke by the government led by ministers Ursula Owusu Ekuful and Charles Adubuahe. The know-how alone acquired by the top management of the company will spur us on in Africa. The infrastructure outlay is incredible, and government can use it to revolutionize digitalization in terms of work and education. Obi, the government was proactive and envisioned the future where we are major players in the digital space. I trust we would follow it through. Minister Ursula has her eye on the big picture. Kojo Frimpong, Wenchi, and Odiwe Abba. This one says, Obi, on a serious note, I'm very disappointed on the kind of words Honorable Sam George used against the minister. During their era, what measures did they put in place to restructure our network system? Let help fight against Galamsey. Same Boache, o Asaman Kese, Udie Eni. Good afternoon, Obi. For fairness sake, don't you think Honorable Sam George has to be part of this conversation? Jamus, New York City. That's Jamal Suraj. Jamus. Yeah, that's it, Papa, for coming through with this one. We'll definitely engage him. Don't worry. We say, Obi, when you send money to someone through Momo, you are deducted some money. And when the person also wants to withdraw, he or she also pays again. Please ask Honorable Ursula what she's doing about that. Nana Amponsa Bediakon. Se o sendi sikama ubia utuya bibi. Nipa no so kwa withdraw on also say tuya bibi. There are some double way be the is it happening?
I believe so. Na yene won edi hu enkomo. Me dey unim me position on this data. Me feel say transaction fees no. Wo send no utua. Wo ukoyi ne nsusu utua. Emu bia ni ho a omutua to e wo ho ema aban. Me feel say we should look at that space. I've said it over and over and over again.
And the finance ministry is not budging.
I'm not sure Manase kakra, but me live me na me yes edwuma na nka etwa tum de dada. Seriously speaking, because I think say the amount of revenue omunya on both sides from mobile money transactions no are huge. Na ebia ni ho a eba aban ho. Ye de afra wo normal revenue no mu ye no na ye taxing globally. But all disaggregating now share obehu say they are earning huge amounts of money tax-free on mobile money transactions. No? And a few other things. On both ends, which is not right.
Is it illegal?
It is not illegal.
Many ethical.
Well, when it comes to making money, ethics,
Unless there is the force of law.
There's
ethics
no law banning it. So I had to say gray space being taking advantage of. And I'm urging, well, Mampenia can say communications, ne finance, any Bank of Ghana, yentenas and yenshare sa space, no, because Bank of Ghana, ne financial services regulator, no, means many telecommunication services regulator. So this is a shared space. Ministry of Finance and soon oversee financial sector. Until Mampeniaka a few months ago, see Antanasi, Nayan sa area. Experts be Yanshimu or Honomo Enche. Hopefully by the time I ever yet media review, no, now yenya some clarity about the way forward in this space. But it cannot continue like this. Seriously, no. Yeah,
I get you. Because your transaction now back and forth, they are need more do. Well, you're
10%. 10% will have 10%. That's 20%.
It's too much.
It's too much.
No, but beyond can or join the complain. Who would take action? Who deal with the situation?
Yeah, experts they are looking at taxation in the digital space. currently as we speak.
Yes.
And by the time I have mid-year budget review, we would have
a firm decision on that.
A clear direction as to.
But that is not a solution to me, the customer. A solution on government's revenue side. It is our buying to me taxi. We are me and me to 20%.
It's holistic. And would give us a bit more. We will come back with more information and to the subscribers.
Okay. And in line with that, need data cost. Absolutely. So what is answer? Ne boy din do.
But we share, and then I pay me kwakaya almost here number 5. I know why and what has say. We share on African continent. We are number 5 least lowest data cost. We are not the lowest, but we are number 5. It's bad, sir. And then so triano ebi wo mma yen. Enti enhyehyɛ na me bobo so nyina happening in this space. Na fe ni asha. By the time ye be kwa wiye no. Na ate data cost ne so kakra ye ne won so eka but nya bi ka ho a eno so ema data cost, tower co-location cost, electricity, the taxes in the sector, a few things kan ho a omo complain is cost of spectrum near the but we're looking at pricing in this sector as I speak. The regulator is reviewing telecoms costs and charges are enche.
Results
beba.
We'll see a downward.
It will translate to hopefully it
reduction.
Will translate into a reduction in data costs ultimately.
Okay, and it will take you by your word.
Ekosiisen ultimately, hopefully.
So we are still taking you by your word. Ekosiisen in higher Sempa FM. Yeah, digitalization and what technology is doing. The revolution a day, but EcoBank, some infant names. They've got some great news for sales. In the end, the EcoBank Pay GHQR ABA. And with this, said there are no payment restrictions as we all collaborate towards a common goal. As customers stay home, maintain social distancing, and stay safe, do not worry. EcoBank Pay GHQR allow customers to make contactless payment. In the Oton Ade, Oton Adriane, Oton Nioma, Bibi Oton Bia, just sign up to EcoBank Pay GHQR. So customer now ma shop or bit metriauka. Contactless payment from anywhere in store or online, from any bank account, any bank card or any mobile money wallet using their phones safely and conveniently. And please make the move today and reach more customers with the new EcoBank Pay GHQR. Unti bibiasia only EcoBank ninkomo 0302213999 0302213999. Your 24/7 toll-free line 3225 EcoBank cares. And please stay safe for business. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Sasem Pharmaceuticals, the freshman capsules, fresh lady capsules, and a fresh cool capsules. Abejaso. Ninyina wujuma. So my freshman capsules near Mema. It's recommended for male vitality and urine flow. Fresh lady capsules. So yeah, Emma Edru, kama is fresh cool capsules for waist pains, for piles, general body pains. Baby, a 2 no Ghana hebia me pacho benya biato. One contact 0243 559 319 0243 559 319. Ubenu munsuya Awake Purified Drinking Water. Kasapreko Company Limited in Suya Wadia Bejaso enono Bomoden na Pebito enom Oka Awake and they are just one for life. Oto bottle ba could be a 2 second be boa yenuanume wo National Cardiothoracic Center ewo kolebu enti boayen. So far yetimi raise over 1 million Ghana cedis edi aboa won through Munsio bottle ba kumbienu miensa munyina mu etoto and monkosoa emwayen. Kasapreko Company Limited ye ISO certified company enti aba standards I am feni agre number 0262351251 open sudo do atua frey na oni any enkomo. Rockstars Roofing Systems so a Ghanaian roofing company omo boy juma papa opechense papa good so your plain aluminium sheet, your pre-painted aluminium sheet, your pre-galvanized steel, pre-coated premium coated aluminium sheet, your premium coated alu zinc sheet, your light gauge steel trusses, Nadiana Edebo Sono, IBR roofing, POP cement, plasterboard, joint filler, corner mold, centerpiece, and a fiber. Nina ye tombi ewo Rockstars roofing systems. Oba yenhwa ye wo designs bebre, gauges bebre, colors bebre, and we produce according to our specification. Your offices across Ghana, every region. Rockstars is fully represented. Ye born and so form. Ye sign ye free estimate at the amount. Enti fraying 0243 690402. Now ni in income. Rockstars also quality and affordability. Hi Obi, please, good evening. Thank you and God bless you for your good work. Now to Honorable Ekuful. Under her ministry, there is the Cyber Security Department, which is doing a fantastic job nowadays. I would like to find out from her what her ministry doing to expand the activities of them, since day by day cyber crime keeps increasing. And also, is there a plan to have branches in other regions to speed up the activities? Thank you. Sir Fred Pokwase Festus. And on the way, good afternoon, my brother. I've monitored you with keen interest. Anytime my MP Honorable Esla comes to your studio, your voice changes. Great show, though. Advocate Amwating. Hey, Mr. Amwating, I send me now for better me say. Hey, Semo. Ekosiisen so higher Sempa FM. What we do is we get into the 49 television stations and matters arising. We'll find time and speak also about this whole debate around